going to go into the Missy Lynn palette with my Mikasa eye shader brush. I'm going to take that gold shade and apply that to my lids. I've already done my brows and I've primed my eyes for the eyeshadow. So I'm just going to apply that gold shadow to about like 2/3 of my eye, and on the outer V I'm going to take that purple shade. Using the same brush, I'm just going to turn the brush on the other side, and I'm going to apply that purple in my outer V and up in my crease. Taking a clean blender brush. This is from Morphe. It's from the Gunmetal collection. I'll make sure to leave all the name of the tools in the description box. So this is a clean blending brush, and I'm just going to use that to blend out the purple in my crease, just to diffuse the color a bit. And taking my Mikasa blending brush, I am intensifying the purple in my crease. I'm also bringing this up to the beginning of my brow. Just because I have big eyes, protruding eyes, when I open my eyes, the color tends to get lost, so I tend to bring the color up to the beginning of my brow. And I'm going to take another blending brush. This is like a pencil blending brush, and I'm going to use the dark brown shade from the same palette and apply that into my crease, just to deepen up the crease a bit. And then you'll see me using the Morphe blender brush, which is a clean brush, because I tend to wipe off the brushes as I go, to diffuse the colors in my crease. So here I'm taking the clean blending brush again and diffusing the colors, and I'm making sure not to carry the purple too high in my arch. So I'm going to mix those two shades to give me a glow to highlight under my brows. I'm going in with the blender brush again to blend out the colors. Now I've decided to include my face routine, my foundation routine, because I've slightly changed it a bit. So I'm using the BH Cosmetics Anti-Shine Primer. First time using it, it's okay. It leaves a white hue on my face, but it doesn't show under the foundation. And I don't know how this primer works with flash photography, so I'll have to test that out. But so far so good. And I'm using my Milani 2-in-1 Perfect and Conceal foundation with my Mikasa stippling brush. This brush, I've had these brushes for about 3 weeks now, using them back and forth, but this is the first time I'm using the stippling brush, and it's the only brush from the set of 8 that sheds, and I don't really like that. But I don't know if it's because it's the first time I'm using it, or if it will continue. So I'm going to use the brush again and see what happens. Now I'm using my black Opal stick foundation in Nutmeg to conceal and slightly highlight my face, under my eyes, my chin, my nose, and my forehead. Notice I didn't put the foundation under my eyes. I didn't put the Milani under my eyes. I'm only using the Nutmeg, and then I'll use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Cool Tan to further highlight under my eyes. I'm using my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge to blend out the shades. And I find that I like this technique, adding the Nutmeg and then the concealer. I find that it works for me, and it really diffuses the colors properly and seamlessly. I used some Fix Plus on my sponge just to damp it a little bit more. Oh, this is a wet sponge, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. So I used the Fix Plus just to help me blend out the concealer a bit. and I do my forehead, and then I blend my nose bridge, and then I do under my eyes. So, and I do one eye, I blend out one eye, and then I set it with powder and then do the other eye. Just this helps to prevent creasing. So I use the damp sponge to set the concealer, and I use the Black Opal Deluxe powder in medium 3, and I set it before I bake. I set under my eyes before I bake. So I'm just making sure that I blend right up under my eyes and around the highlighted portion, and then I'll go in with powder, and of course do the same thing to the other eye. After setting my under eye, then I use the Sacha Buttercup powder and bake. And I don't put the powder right under my eyes, as you can see. I tend to put it further down. I put majority of the powder further down onto like my cheeks, because I'm realizing that when I do my makeup, like after I do my makeup, my under eyes tend to look a bit dry, and I think that's because of the amount of powder I'm putting there. So I put majority of the powder onto my cheeks and make sure that my under eye, right under my eye, is just set. I don't bake under there. And I'm going to use dark cocoa in the LA Girl conceal to contour. And a small stippling brush to blend it out. Blend it into my hairline, and then I blend the contour on my cheeks. Blend it upwards. Don't blend the contour downwards, because then it's going to create like a beard, and that's not cute. So blend the shade upwards. Whatever shade you use to contour, blend it upwards. Blend it into your highlight. Usually I'll contour and highlight with cream and then set everything, but I decided to change my routine, see how it works for me. And now I'm using the sponge just to make sure that the powder is set in place. You'll see me going back and forth with the sponge under my eye just to make sure that the powder is set into my skin. And I'm using a small blending brush for my nose contour. I think I went too dark with the nose contour, but I'm going to blend it out with as many brushes as I can possibly use. So this I'm just going over with my foundation brush, and I'm blending the contour and my foundation together because I don't want any harsh lines, and then going back in with the powder to bake. Guys, I'm sorry for my background noise. It's Sunday, everybody's home. And I'm going to use this Mikasa Kabuki brush with my MAC Studio Fix powder in N9. This is my all over face powder. And I'm going to set my face before I apply bronzer or contour powder. I'll be doing a brush review on the Mikasa brush set, so look out for that video. And I'm using the L'Oreal's Silky Semi. Oh my gosh, I love this liner. I love this liner. Whenever I'm doing a giveaway, I am going to include this liner in that giveaway, because trust me, you need this liner. It is needed. Definitely needed. So I'm going to put that in my lower lash line, and then I'm going to smudge out that with the purple in the palette with a small Mikasa pencil brush. I really love this brush. It's not too stiff. It's not too fluffy. It gets right under the eye perfectly. It's gentle enough to not tug on the skin, and it diffuses the color really well. I got some shadow in my in my eyes, so that was the whole movement thing. So I'm just going to blend out the black eyeliner with the purple, and I'm going to reapply the liner in my lower waterline just to get the intensity. And I'm going to do that with this. I'm going to do that to the other eye, of course. Dusting away the powder I used to bake with the same kabuki brush. Going to bronze with a Mikasa blush brush. This has become my favorite brush to apply bronzer with. It is amazing. Soft, it doesn't shed, it's fluffy, it's perfection in a brush. And I'm going to use that with the Ebony, the Covergirl Ebony bronzer. I'm going to take those two blushes, yeah, the purples, and apply it to my crease with the same, not my crease, my cheek. Apply the blush to my cheek with the same blush brush from Mikasa, the same one I used for the bronzer. Not too much, just a little bit of color, and then I'm going to spray some Fix Plus again and then highlight. I'm going to use my Gold Deposit by MAC to highlight, and then I'm going to take the same gold shade that I use on my lids from the palette. I'm going to use that to highlight as well. And when you see me looking up like that, I'm checking the camera to see if it's still recording, because I don't have a camera where I can see the screen facing the camera. It's not a flip out screen. So when I ease up like that, I'm checking to see if it's still recording. And I'm going to use the same shadows I used for my brow bone. I'm going to put that in my inner tear duct, in my tear duct region, and blend that out. Like normally I see people just put the shadow there and leave it. Like, it don't work like that. Don't leave it, don't just put it there and forget it. You need to put it and blend it out. And now for lips, I'm finally, like, I have these lipsticks in my kit, but I've never used them, so I decided to try. So I'm using the LA Flat Matte Pigment Gloss, I think that's what it's called, and I'm using the two purples, the dark one and the light purple, and they were good enough to complete the look, but I don't think I'd ever wear them because they feel very uncomfortable, very drying, and I'm kind of over the matte lipstick phase. So thank you guys for watching and staying tuned. I know this was a long video, but it was detailed, and I hope you were able to follow it. If not, you can always rewatch it to see how you can do your foundation and so forth. So thanks again guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.